There are a lot of Send Out Cards affiliates here in the room, and some folks that aren't Send Out Cards affiliates too. So the ideas we're doing today are Send Out Cards related, but you don't have to be a Send Out Cards affiliate to do these ideas. The first idea are these popsicle stick cards. 5 minutes ago, I Googled popsicle stick sign, and this is what came up. So isn't Kismet wonderful when you want something last minute and you get exactly what you want? So this is what I'm talking about with popsicle stick signs. And do you see how they're glossy?
Yes.
Why wouldn't you want to do that on Send Out Cards? Because our cards are glossy, right? So I actually already designed the popsicle stick cards that I'm going to share with you today, but I found these, and guess what? You can download them and use them. So you don't have to recreate the wheel. You can use something that's already made, right? So here's the link. Copy, put it in the chat. Here's the link to download the popsicle stick to download these. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to put them on a card. So, and do you know why you would use these? Because it's fun, right? I mean, Barry was on mute. We all could have put on you're on mute sign, right? And that would have been fun. So here's the card that I started creating. It's here somewhere. Okay, so here's the card that I started creating already. So I say stay groovy a lot. So I wanted stay groovy, and then awesome, and then I wanted you're muted, right? So I'm going to actually use the you're muted from these pre-created cards that were built by Lebanon Teach Tech. So I'm actually going to go to the you're on mute. I'm going to click on it. Oh, here's how you do it. You right click and then you click download. So it's scanning for viruses. It has no viruses. So I'm going to download it to my downloads folder so I know where to find it. And now it's downloaded. So now I'm going to go back to the card that I created, which is this one. And I'm going to go over it. This is Canva. Do you all know how to use Canva?
Yes. What template is that, Candace?
I made this template myself.
Oh, you did. Okay.
So this is a I should explain that, shouldn't I? This is a 5x7 greeting card.
Okay.
All right. And I just put a circle. I added a circle to it. Here, let's do that from scratch. So I went over to elements and I added this shape circle and I put it in the middle of the panel. And then I made it bigger. That's probably a good size there. And then I centered it. And then this is where the fun gets, this is where the fun stuff happens. So you can click on this square here to change the color of the circle. And you can click on this border here, change it to dots and change the color. Oops.
Thanks.
You want to change the color of the dots and the color of the background. Isn't that cool?
Nice.
Very cool. Okay, it's even going to get cooler. So then I'm going to go over to uploads and I'm going to upload that this you're muted.
Where was that dots thing? I've never seen that on Canva.
Okay, so you click on the circle and up here where it says shape, you can change the color of the shape, you can change the border color, and you can change the border style.
I've never seen that. Okay, I'll have to look for it unless it's something new they've introduced.
You know what? They are constantly updating Canva, so it
Right.
could be new. Okay, so now that the photo is uploaded, let's just drag it over and put it in the circle. Okay, and the picture is not transparent, so we're going to make the picture transparent so it's not a white background. So to do that, you click on it and you go over to edit image, and then you click on BG remover, and it will automatically remove the background. You just have to give it a minute. It thinks. Canva is so magical.
That feature is only available if you have a paid Canva account.
That is correct. Okay. And so then I'm going to just drag it over a little bit smidge so I can make it bigger. And there. I think I'll go like that. And then you see I covered up the circle, the dot circle. So how do I fix that? If you click on position, you can send that backwards. And then you come over here you click on the backward circle and you click on the color and you make it transparent. And then there's a circle to cut it out. Did I just blow anybody's mind? Do we need to do that again?
I've written step-by-step instructions in the chat.
I
Yes.
wrote step-by-step instructions in the chat. Okay, so here's you're muted. This awesome is actually an element in Canva. It's right here. I just
Oh,
changed the
cute.
colors. And Stay Groovy is actually an element in
cute.
Canva. I just changed the colors.
So cute.
So this is what it looked like before I changed the colors. Cool, huh? So there's all
Mhm.
sorts of elements in Canva. I think they're called stickers.
Yes.
What are cute stickers? I have a
And you
hair
can
on
do
me.
pinata. The llama pinata would be great for like you hit it out of the park.
Oh, I
Sorry.
love it. I love it. So there's all sorts of, I'm not going to share my panels with you because I want you to do your own. But I am going to ask all of you to drop your mailing address in the chat, especially if you know I don't have it, so I can send you a copy of the card so that when you come to Toolbox next week, you'll have your cards, right?
Oh,
Okay, so the 3-panel is, I'm putting this on a 3-panel card, which, why do I never have a 3-panel card when I want one? So a 3-panel card has 3 panels, right? It's like this. And each circle is going to be, one circle is going to be on the front of the card, one circle is going to be the branding on the back of the card, and one circle is going to be the inside flap. So they all have the gloss on them because I want the circles to be glossy. So then what's going to go on the other side of the card is
Can you unshare the canvas so we can see what you're showing us?
yes. All right. Let me find a 3-panel card. I know I have one. Oh, I bet you this is one here. Yeah. I got a birthday card returned. I haven't even opened it and taken them out of the address book yet. Okay, so a 3-panel card. One side, one side of the 3-panel card is glossy. All 3 panels are glossy. And the other side, it's flat. So I want the stickers that we're going to put on the circles, the badges, I want them on the glossy side. And then the flat side, I'm going to use to write messages. We picking up what I'm putting down? Yes.
yeah. How
okay.
do you know which is the glossy side and the matte
The glossy
in
side is
send out card?
the
Yeah,
glossy
sorry.
side is the front of the card, the inside flap, and the back of the card. So this will be a circle. This will be a circle. And this will be a
The
circle.
back. Okay.
And then when you open up the card, that's where my message to you and to people who are coming to Toolbox will be. Here's the 3 cards on these are the glossy side. This is going to be the glossy side. And then the flat side is going to have welcome to the marketing toolbox or welcome to marketing toolbox, instructions on how to make the cutouts, and just a little note to bring these fun signs to our next toolbox. So now I'm going to download the file. And when you download a picture that's more than 1 panel, this is 6 panels, it's going to save as a zip. So I'm going to show you how to unzip it here in a second. So we're downloading the zipped file that has all 6 panels in it. And it's almost done. My microphone's kind of in the way. But I've learned the hard way that if I don't put it in the right spot, you can't hear me. Okay, so it's saved to my download folders. So now I'm going to go and open it. I'm going to click on it to open it, double click on it to open it. And then I'm trying to find the folder.
We're not seeing that again.
Here we go. Okay, so here it is. Christy Going would tell you that you should name each one of your panels, but I never remember to name my panels. So be more like Christy and not like Candace. Okay. So now I'm going to
There's a
extract.
good t-shirt.
I'm going to be like Christy and not like Candace. So now I'm going to extract them and I'm just going to put them in my downloads folder so I know where they are. Okay, so they've been extracted. I can close this window and I can go open send out cards. which I don't think I have open. So let's go to send out cards. Have you guys all dropped your mailing address in the chat?
Working on it.
All right.
You have mine.
So now I'm logging in. Can I just tell you how happy I am that they've updated the card editing platform? It's so much nicer now. So I'm going to go to the card catalog. Now, I'm going to create this as a saved card, not as a campaign, because it may be that I want to edit the card when I send it. So I'm just going to keep it in my saved folders and keep reusing it. Make sense? Because I might want to edit it when I send it. I might want to add a message. And it's a lot easier to do that as a saved card rather than a campaign. Campaigns are great if you don't want to edit the cards individually. Save cards are for when you want to make sure that there's a personal message. We're in the card catalog and we're going to build our own from scratch. So we click on the blue build your own button. And the panels that I made were vertical. So we're going to pick the vertical layout. And then we're going to customize it. And it's a 3-panel card. And I want it to be on glossy paper. So we're going to pick standard because standard is glossy. And then ignore that. Just use a current editor. I'm beta testing the new card editor, but I like the iteration of the editor that we have right now. This iteration is awesome. All right. So we want each panel to be an image. So we're going to make sure that when we do the layout, we do it as an image. So the front of the card is already an image. So I'm going to go ahead and upload that first picture, which is here. And I think I'll use Stay Groovy as the front of the card. So this panel here is the very front of the card. Okay, so the Stay Groovy panel has been uploaded. So let's just click on it and it magically appears. So there it is. That's the front of the card. Now, remember, we want these panels that have the circles to be on the glossy part. So I'm going to hit the next button and we're going to skip the inside for now. And we're going to go to the flap. So the flap is also glossy. The flap is glossy. So I'm going to change the layout to full bleed image. And we're going to upload that other photo, which we'll just pick awesome. And that photo will upload. And then we'll do the same for the back of the card. And then we'll do the same for all 3 of the inside panels. So I'm not going to spend this all, because we only have 20 more minutes. I'm not going to spend all that time showing you how to upload panels to greeting cards because you should all know how to do that. Just remember that when you do this project, the circles go on the front, the back, and the flap. And there will be a replay. So if you have questions, you'll be able to, the replay will answer them, or you can just always ask me. Okay, so that's popsicle stick signs for during the meeting. And again, I put in the chat how to download the pre-made ones that are here, or you can use Canva to make your own. The next idea I want to share is bingo cards. Bingo is always a big hit with BNI or whatever network that you belong to. So I'm going to show you a couple of, let's see. Let me find the one I did for a chamber meeting. No, I don't have it handy. Okay, so the last time I did my feature presentation, I sent this bingo card here. Hold on. Of course it wants to do that. I sent this bingo card here. This was the front of the card. And then the inside flap, the inside here flap was this little message that said,
Can you show us your lovely face versus your windows, please?
oh, well, the thing
showing the
was-
card.
The card's
Yeah, we
here.
can. Oh,
Okay.
I thought you had the card in your hand. Sorry.
No, I don't have this card. So this was the inside flap. Keep this bingo card handy for our January 20th meeting. And then everybody in the chapter received an individual bingo card. So these were all the individual bingo cards. All right.
That's
Jeff
so
got one,
cool.
Deborah got one, David got one, Corey got one. Everybody got a different bingo card. So now you're wondering, well, how did Candace make those bingo cards? I used a tool. So the name of the program that I use to make bingo cards is called My Free Bingo Cards. And it is so much fun. Copy. Here's the link for that. Paste, enter. So that's the tool to make bingo cards. It's really easy to do it. You click on bingo card generator. And then you make a title for the card. We're going to call it Toolbox Bingo. And then you enter up to 25 words, no, 25 or more words if you're doing a 5x5 card. You enter those words in order. So toolbox, marketing, Zoom, Canva, video. You just keep adding words in the list. The more words you add, the wider the canvas. And then you select the theme. Go ahead.
So if you're doing BNI, you'd do BNI, you'd do Giver's Gain, that kind of stuff.
Correct. Givers gain, referrals. Whenever I make bingo cards for BNI bingo, I use the names of the people in the chapter.
Oh, cool.
And then what we do is we play one-on-one bingo. And so you have all the names of the people in the chapter. So we'd have Rashid, let's just say we were a BNI chapter. We'd have Rashid, Candace, Christy, Kathy, Maxine, Kathy, all the way down, right? And then what you do is you get the card and you have to make a bingo with one-on-ones. So you pick a row or a vertical or a horizontal, and you have a one-on-one with everybody in that row. And the first person to finish their row gets the prize. Did that make sense?
And you do that at the meeting?
Well, no, you have a one-to-one. You get your bingo
Right.
card, and then you schedule a one-to-one with those 5 people. So everybody
gotcha.
gets 5 one-on-ones from this bingo card. And this works in any networking. If you will, no matter what kind of networking you do, this will work. You just put the names of everybody who belongs to that group, one name at a time. So we'll just do. Did you guys know that BJ spells her name in all lowercase letters? Because she's like E.E. Cummings. She's fancy that way. And then Rashid. Luda. So it would just
like to hit
be.
the shift key twice in a row.
Oh yeah, that's true too. So that you just keep going down, making the list of people's names, and then everybody's name is going to be a square on the card. So then after that, after you decide what you want to do, what kind of bingo you want to play. So one-on-one bingo, BNI bingo would be like BJ said, you'd add words like giver's gain and things like that. And then as someone during a meeting said the word giver's gain, then you can mark that off. Or
So
when you go ahead. Beverly.
You're not actually drawing bingo numbers then. You're
It's not
actually,
numbers, it's words.
you're not
it's
calling, you're not calling out like be Canva, or
No.
you're not
Mm-mm.
calling out those words. You're just doing it as part of the meeting.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay,
And
I got
but what's really fun is sometimes when people are when people are really playing along with the game, they'll be like, "Hi, my name is Candace. My category is relationship marketing, and I love Giver's Gain because it's so that the word on the bingo card gets said, right? So when your chapter knows how to play the game, they start to really enjoy it and play along. And
That's
this works
so
for both
cool.
virtual meetings and in-person meetings. You just have to send the cards ahead of time. Or like Maxine is doing, is she's bringing the cards with her to the meeting.
So you
passing
just
them out.
send them to yourself, Maxine?
Yeah,
Yes.
she's gonna send them to herself. Okay, so then you pick your theme, and the one that is the most easy to read is Inksaver. It's easy to read and it's visually pleasing. But then there's other ones. There's gold. There's corporate and classic. So there's different. Classic is a good one for a BNI meeting because it's red. So there's different colors, right? And then
So
grid
Candace,
size. Go ahead.
Once this is done, you're gonna download it. Can it be manipulated in Canva? Like once you download it or no?
You can, but you'd be manipulating a whole bunch of them.
Ah, that's true. Okay.
So it would take a long time. So I never
Okay,
do.
okay.
Okay. And then the other reason why I like the plain background, the Inksaver one, is because it's a white background. And the bingo cards are 8.5 by 11 and your greeting cards are 5 by 7. So it doesn't quite look good on the page. But if you use Inksaver, you don't have that problem because it doesn't have a colored background. Are we picking up what I'm putting down there?
So it you said 8.5 by 11, so it'll change the size, like once we're inputting it, it'll change it to the 5 by 7 on the card?
When there's another step. We'll get there.
Okay,
Okay. So Inksaver grid sizes can be 5 by 5. And then there's extra options. You click on extra options and you need to remember to do this. You need to make it one large card per sheet. This is important. One large card per sheet. And then because I'm OCD, I like to make same font size because it just looks better to me. So I always click one font size. Okay. And then you can also add a free space if you want to. Okay. And then you click next step. And of course, it doesn't have a list. You can download 30 cards for free. So if you need 50 cards, just do it twice. All right. So you download your 30 cards. And I'm not going to do that now because it'll take time. So then what you do is after you've downloaded your 30 cards, they're PDFs. So we can't upload a PDF to send out cards. We can only upload JPEGs and PNGs. So you need to take the PDF and make it a PNG. So the tool for that, because you know I'm all about tools, is called PDF Candy. Dropping that in the chat. And this is how you do that. So after you download the PDF, you go over to the PDF to PNG converter. And the easiest way to find it is just type in PNG. So we want PDF to PNG. You open that up. And then you upload the PDF file that has all 30 of those pages. Let me see if I have one. They're in my BNI folder. Is anybody confused? I think this is it. You select the PDF. This is a PDF. You select the PDF, you open it, and you want it to be high quality, and then you convert it. And when it's done converting, every single one of those 30 individual cards will now be a PNG. So we've taken 30 PDFs and turned them into 30 individual PNGs. Nobody looks confused. Wow, I'm surprised. Okay, cool. So then after that's done downloading, which we don't need to do because I already have some, you go back to send out cards and you just upload. I'm just going to do this card. You use a full bleed image template and then you upload the card as a panel on the card. So I usually, when I send out bingo cards and the chapter I'm in knows how to play bingo, I do it as a flat card. But the first time I send out a BNI card, I include instructions, and that would be on a 2-panel card. So the front of the card would be, let's play bingo. And then instructions would be here. And then the bingo card would be here. And then my branding is going to be on the back, so they know it's for me. But after they've played bingo once or twice, they don't need the instructions because they know what's going to happen because they know what's going down. And every time I send bingo cards to my chapter, we have a good time.
Oh,
Kevin's played bingo with me. Has anybody else ever played bingo with me?
I can't wait to do it. It's
And
so fun.
Christy, you've done bingo in your chapter, right? Yeah, and it's fun, right? And the chapter gets really engaged.
So
Yeah,
why don't,
I did it like you did and once, and then I did it with like BNI things like 1-to-1, schedule a 1-to-1, several different things. And then another time I did it on my presentation day, and I did like things that were in my presentation.
Yeah, so it
What?
makes people pay attention when you're sharing your future presentation.
I love it. I love it.
why don't we do a toolbox bingo game so we can all learn it?
I think
Yes.
that's an excellent idea. If your
Yes.
address isn't in the chat, you're not getting one. And that will have to be on June I'll tell you when we're done. So this is the reason why I like to use the playing cards is because this is what it looks like when you upload it. And really you could manipulate it in Canva, but you'd be spending
That'd be
hours.
Too much time.
So if you just use the plain one that doesn't have a colored background, you won't see the thing. And what I like about this is, close that. What I like about this is that card 16, only one person is going to get card 16. So they'll know that their card is unique because it tells you that this is card 16, right? Only that person is getting that card. So you can't have 3 people win at the same time because everybody's card's unique. All right, so that's bingo, and we are at 11:38. So we've got 7 minutes. Did I show you all my tools?
Do you send out these cards to your members ahead of time? Is that what
Yeah,
you're saying?
you would send them 10 to 14 days ahead of your meeting.
Remember that it takes a few extra days to get into Canada.
Yeah. So 10 days before the meeting is when you'd send them. So this is a bingo card that we used for a Chamber of Commerce meeting. And it was just a flat card. So the front of the card said, let's play bingo, bring this card to our next Chamber Ambassador meeting. And the back of the card had their bingo card. So everybody, so they had something to look forward to. And of course, then there were extras available in case they forgot their card. Right. So there's one example. Do I have any more? I've done this bingo card idea so many times that if we go in and we type bingo in the chat, and then my projects, it's huge success. Come on, why isn't it? Because I didn't hit enter. So these are all the different types of bingo cards I've created. We did traffic light bingo. We did send out cards bingo. We must have played bingo and a send. Oh, I remember this. We did a contest in our team. Power of One bingo, chamber bingo. So this was 1-to-1 bingo. This is your schedule 1-to-1 with everybody in your chapter. And actually, I'll go ahead and share this. I'll share this link with you because BJ, this is the one that you were wondering about. So you can go ahead and just copy that if you're in a BNI chapter. The link is in the chat. Okay. I said I wanted to share one more thing with you. I remember what it was now. I created a shuffle card for this training. So it gives you some samples of what BNI bingo cards look like and a little video on how I did it and links to all the tools that you use to make the bingo cards. So that's this link here. Okay, we got 5 minutes. Questions?
Yeah. Do I need to put my address in the chat box?
No,
Or do
I
you
don't.
have it?
I have yours, but
Okay.
it would be, but if anybody else here in the group wants your address, that would be a good idea. Because we're a
You
group of
never
card
know what might
senders.
land in your mailbox then, Rashid.
Exactly. You never know what might land in your mailbox. So if you haven't added your mailing address, please do. And I have a goal of sending 1,000 birthday cards this year, and I'm nowhere near that goal. So if you want to include your birthday, that would be cool because then I can, send you a birthday card. Let's see where we
Got
are.
my birthday card from you.
Yay! All right, let's see how many I've sent. So today is May 26th. So we're going to go to the search. This is, we're going to go to search history. So go to Candace account. This is how you check and see how many cards you sent. And then card history. And then you go to the filter date and you go all the way back to January 1st. And then you tab over until today's date, which is May 26th. Submit. So I've sent 523 cards, but not all of those are birthday cards. How did I do that before? I'm slacking. I should be at over 600 cards by now. I'm a slacker. Oh, no, I guess 523 is on target because it's only been 5 months. But I want 1,000 birthday cards, so not all those are birthday cards. Oh, I know how to do it.
So-
I know how to do it. Here's how you go ahead.
Filter by birthday, maybe?
Yeah, so you can go, I don't think you can do that here, but you can do that in relationships. So you go, I'm in my relationship manager right now, filter by birthday, and then go include the whole year. And unfortunately, you can't type it. You have to click it, submit. So I have 513 people on my list, which means I need 487 more. All right, I need 487 more. Woohoo, Christy.
You can send 50 of those to me. Or 21, one for every day, 31, one for every day of the month.
That's true. That is true. So
You can
I
send a happy half birthday to me.
so, but that doesn't count as a birthday card. So I need your help.
But I
finding
didn't get a birthday
580
card.
I would like your help helping me find 487 more people to send birthday cards to. Okay. Questions before we wrap up?
Do you send out the chat when you send out the replay?
Yes.
Okay.
The chat will be with the replay. Okay. So next week we're going to do welcome boxes. So if you are, if you have a business and you want to learn how to onboard your clients, we're going to do welcome boxes, which is, it'll be fun. It's going to be send out cards related. And then the week after that, we have a guest trainer who's going to talk about landing pages or marketing funnels. Okay. So Tammy Fink will be teaching us about marketing funnels in 2 weeks. So that's the 9th. So we will play bingo. We'll play marketing toolbox bingo. If the cards don't arrive by next Thursday, then we'll play marketing toolbox bingo the following Thursday. So not the 9th, but the 16th. So you'll either get the card in time to play it next week or the following week. Are y'all going to come back next week? 'Cause it's going to be fun.
Yes.
Always.
Onboarding new clients. It's going to be fun. All right. Questions?